Good morning, colleagues across the continent. Good afternoon to some of you, especially East Africa and the islands. As Amanda has highlighted, I would take you through NBC work that has been delivered recently. Now, before even that, I wanted to just put a common understanding to all of us. When we say Saccos, these are member-owned financial institutions that provide savings and loans opportunity to its members. They normally operate as cooperative, so using that cooperative principles, where each members will pool savings together and create a pool of fund, and against that fund, they'll be able to loans against each other. And microfinance institutions, as you know, they do provide loans, particularly to low-income individuals, not only loans, but also insurance. Now, taking the context of Tanzania, we see quite a huge benefits from these institutions. So I'll take you through some and link to what we are doing at the moment. There is financial inclusion, where individuals and micro businesses that otherwise would not be able to qualify for the loans from the banks, they are now being able to get these facilities. Unbanked population, they are now able to get savings, credit, as well as insurance. We see also huge support to SME, especially startups, and create job creation in that space, particularly to youth and women, because of their flexible loan requirements. But also we see quite a lot in poverty reduction, as well as economic empowerment, because they do invest in income generation activities, especially again to the youth and women. We see quite a lot in community development, because they do operate within our communities, and all profit they get will be reinvested back to communities. But also there's quite a lot on financial literacy and savings, and a lot of financial education, why they should save and be able to invest their money wisely. And lastly, they bridge credit gap. And here to highlight in African context, they provide alternatives to informal lenders who charge exorbitant interest rate, as we know. So all these benefits that they provide, they still do face quite a lot of challenges. So for them, the main challenges will be high operational cost, there's a lack of capital, but also governance and regulatory compliance, and also record keeping. Now, Tanzania is a home of over 2,000 these institutions. And these challenges is where NBC came with Wezesha Account. So Wezesha is a Swahili word, but what it means is enabling. So it's a dedicated account to fit their needs. And this account has been co-created by Association of Saccos in Tanzania and NBC. But one of the main features, there is a reduction in price, especially in the transfer fees. The reduction is over 85%. Now imagine an institution that is doing 1,000 loans per week, because that is what they do. They give smaller loans, but volumes are high. Now, average charge for a bank in Tanzania today is about $5 per one transaction. Now, 1,000 per week, it will mean $5,000 transaction. Now, via NBC Wezesha Account, that charge goes down significantly from 5,000 to about 750. And the savings, which is $4,250, that can be used to on-lend to another 4 to 5 individuals or micro businesses. Such a huge impact in that space. But NBC never ended there. They also are partnered with a fintech to create a platform that will help Saccos and financial institutions, these microfinance institutions, to be able to manage their day-to-day activities much better and more efficiently. This platform today is being given to the Saccos and microfinancial institutions for free. They give them loan management solutions. They're able to manage their arrears account. They know who has not paid, etc., etc. They do provide proper record keeping and also proper accounting. And they ease in quite a lot in terms of the central bank regulation, because these are only regulated microfinances. The cost of compliance is also very high. So this solution is giving them all this together. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is the impact today? So this initiative has been about 4 or 5 months now. In such a short time, we've seen 140 new institutions that have been onboarded to NBC, giving revenue to the bank, but also deposit. On the other hand, we've been able to lend closer to $8 million to these Saccos and microfinance institutions. Because of that $8 million that we lent to them, they've been able to do onward lending to over 6,500 individuals and micro businesses. Such a big impact. Now, all this impact has been impacted more women and youth, particularly the job creation that we have seen on the ground. But also on the other side, we have seen poverty reduction, quite intensive because of our environment. Standard of living has improved significantly, and also the community development, because that is part of our story. Now, in addition to that, we've been able to link some of these beneficiaries, over 6,500, and organize trips to China for them to be able to explore new markets, be able to learn, but also via these NBC business clubs, they've been able to meet and interact with bigger corporates for them to be able to learn and be able to get exposure, but also opportunity for their markets. We've seen some of these beneficiaries that went to China, for example, this year. They've been able to grow significantly and become agents and super dealers of some of the Chinese brands. So that is a massive impact. And this is our story from NBC. Thank you, Amanda.